So tell me, you go to reach out to somebody to say, hey, listen, I'm creating this workshop. So tell me, who do you work with? Who's your niche?
Yeah, I don't think it exactly is a niche, but it like came more kind of automatically. It's women, like around 40, mostly after some like children's and with some problems with partners, sometimes divorced, and they are looking for a new direction in life because I do kind of spiritual work.
Okay.
So looking for like vision and inner power and this kind of things.
Okay, great. So when you're creating your workshop, what's the title of your workshop?
Ah, in English, sorry. uh, yeah, this one is pretty specific.
Okay.
It's how to have a great relationship with your body.
Okay, great. So women over 40 experiencing some life transitions. So it seems as if you have like um, what your workshop is about and who you work with is like a little bit different, I think.
Yes,
So that's the disconnect.
kind of. Yeah, we have a kind of circle of workshops with the same
Okay.
group, and it goes from it's like connecting in the background. After all, it will be connected, but it's like looking at the same thing
Yep.
from different points of view. So yeah, and then after this one, this is the last one, and then I will start something new where I'm like it will be more simple for me, more like easier to do the things, to implement things from this
Mhm.
workshop, from your workshop, because this one is kind of started
Yep.
because it's kind of closed, or you know what I mean.
Yeah. So
And then
no,
I think about what to create, like the new way, new style. So yeah,
yes.
then it will be. Yeah.
So notice, like, okay, so what is coming up for me right now? It's almost like you got to give people what they want and then give them what they need. So we sometimes create titles that express like the pain, like developing a relationship with your body assumes like I don't have a relationship, but I might resist the fact that I don't have a good relationship with my body. I might pretend that I do. So it's almost like it's sometimes, the titles that we have, they don't draw people in because it's a little confronting,
Mhm. Yes.
and you can tell that in there, but you want it to be fun and exciting. Like I do not have the best relationship with my body. Like I've invested thousands of dollars with coaching because until my body's perfect, I find what's wrong with it. It's how I show up in life, looking for what's wrong, and I'm
Mhm.
just starting to grapple with this whole thing, like just loving myself. But when I go to the gym and I'm like, oh, my thighs are to this or that, I get stuck in my head. Now, if somebody said, learn to love your body, I might resist. I might feel like, I don't really know if that relates to me, even though it's exactly what I need. So
Yeah.
when you create something that's fun and playful, like celebrate it, like, I don't know what you would call it, but like, um, I don't want to say celebrating your body, but do you know what I'm saying? Like almost like something less significant that's going to be like, this is going to be really fun.
Yeah.
Now, when you create that, right, like Women's Chamber of Commerce events, local networking groups, even how we talked about like people in network marketing, even though it's not directly related, it's like how we show up in one area is how we're showing up in all areas.
Mhm.
So you can think outside the box as to people that you want to contribute to. Now, what's playing in the background that's stopping you from doing that? What is the story you tell yourself when you think about reaching out to somebody that says, hey, like I have this. Do you know anybody that could would benefit from a workshop like this? What's the
Mhm.
story?
Very basic thing is they know me in some way, and now I'm very different because I went through a big transformation in the last few years, but they still see me like I was before,
Mhm.
and they will probably reject me or they will laugh or you
Yeah.
know these kind of things.
Yeah. So what are you
Basically, like I'm not ready to do this.
Yeah, so what are you really afraid of? Say it again and just get present to like the fear that's playing in the background.
Yeah. Sorry, it's a little bit more difficult in English for me, so
That's okay. You're
I
doing
just
great.
have to translate in my brain, in my head. Like I'm different person now. I know it, I feel it, and some people doesn't know it. And if I will reach out to them, they will see me as a. That's my story, of course, but they will see me as the person from the past, and they won't think that I'm kind of good enough
Yeah, so what are you afraid of?
to expose myself, to open, really open, and to be authentic.
Awesome. And have you let go of the old version of you yet?
In some part, yes, definitely. But now I face another part, which is just opening and showing. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So notice that because you're still hanging on to the old version of you because you're kind of at like the crossroads, all of these thoughts are playing in the background. They're going to reject me. They're going to believe this. They're going to believe that. They're going to laugh at me. All of that is because you still are identifying yourself with the old version of you, the one that probably screwed up and made a whole bunch of mistakes, and you're judging yourself and criticizing yourself for
Mhm.
that person that you once were.
Yeah.
But without that person, you wouldn't be who you are today.
Yeah.
Now, what happens is people will let go of the past when you step into the future self.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah, there's going to be this transition, and I get it. I can relate, on many different levels.
Yeah. So many.
Old jobs, like I was a teacher and here I am a coach. What are people going to think? At one point in my life, I was drunk almost every day, falling out of cars, being a shit show. And I had those fears and doubts too. But clearly, who I am today is not the person I was 4 years ago. But
Yeah.
I embrace that person that I was because without her, I wouldn't be here today.
Yeah.
Now, are you willing to embrace who you are today and step up?
Yes, definitely.
And
Yeah.
what new
I
action?
work on this every day. It's just, yeah, when it comes like fully, it's just to make the step,
Yeah. And that's
the
in
big
the
one.
action, right? It's releasing the feelings that are inside of you
Yeah.
and turning that fear and self-doubt into your power. This isn't my area of expertise. I see Georgina in the room and stuff like that. There are people that deal with energy healing and have more strategies. I'm not pretending I'm that person. I'm not.
Yeah. It's pretty close to what I do. So it's,
Yeah, yeah.
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 So I
So
know it. I understand. It's just kind of difficult to do it with myself.
notice the language. If it's difficult in your mind, it will always be difficult, but it really isn't. It's a
Yeah.
choice. When you notice, it's a choice.
Yeah.
And there's a risk of letting go of the old,
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
right? And there's a risk of stepping up.
Mhm.
You put your ass on the line. You risk being exposed. You risk failing. You risk being responsible. But you get to powerfully choose. Stop making it about you and make it about them, or keep hanging on.
Yeah.
So declare, what do you choose?
I choose the new me, of course.
Yeah. And what does that upgraded version of you who's been doing all of this work to let go of the past, what actions would he be taking?
Yeah, it's about to stop to make a small steps and to make some really interesting jump and have adventure and fun.
Beautiful. And then people will say things to you like, oh my gosh, I don't even recognize you. You're a different human being. What did you do to pull yourself out of that to be who you are today? And you'll say,
Yeah,
hey, I can share with you.
yeah, beautiful.
Let me be your guide. Yeah, that's available for you. I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. I'm really excited.
Great, great.
Thank you.
Awesome. You're welcome.